The second theme that we're going to talk about of geography is location or place. We just talked about location. Place is different from location. The place we live would be Savannah. So what is your place like? When talking about place, you need to take into consideration climate, physical features, plants, animal life, and human features. Climate is the weather, what the weather is like over time. If you're just talking about, hey, it's raining now, you're just talking about weather. So if you're talking about what weather is like over a period of time, then you're discussing the actual climate. Now, a place is any human meaning that we assign a bunch of absolute points or absolute locations, longitude, latitude, coordinates. For example, STEM Academy is a place. So I asked the other day if you could be in the same location or the same place but a different location. And a lot of you looked at me like, what? So if we are in STEM Academy and we're all in the same place, and I'm in Mrs. Fox's classroom, I'm in my classroom, and Mr. Blair is in his classroom, we are actually at different absolute locations, but within the same place. Now, a place can be as small as your room in your house. It could be your house. It could be a school. It could be a city, a state, and so on. So how you define a place or what place you're talking about, it depends on what you're talking about. Now, physical features are natural features of the Earth's surface. And physical features, typically when we're talking about geography, those are what come to mind when we think of a place. For example, mountains, rivers, what physical features a place might have. Savannah has the Savannah River, which is used for importing goods, which we will talk about in a little bit with human-environmental interaction. Also, the plants and animal life. What animals are native to Savannah? We have lovely palmetto bugs. That would be a creature that we could probably live without, but in the meantime. Also, human features. Now, human features, I'm not talking about humans. I'm talking about things that humans have made. Human features are buildings, playgrounds, anything that we have added to the place or to that environment. Now I want you to take a minute and describe your place, whether it be your house or your city, in your notebook. So take a minute to pause the video. Also, checking in on Facebook. This is a good example of how to differentiate place and location. When you check in on Facebook, you're given a map, and it puts a dot on the map, and it shows where you are. At that point, it's giving your absolute location. Your absolute location on the map would be the point, the GPS coordinates, the global positioning system coordinates. And when you post, for example, if I were to go to Applebee's and have dessert with Miss Long after work, and I were to check in, and I'm like, hey, Miss Fox is at Applebee's. When I check in, it's going to post my absolute location. It's going to show that to me. But when in my status update, it's going to give the name of the place. Now, remember, a place is a congregation of absolute locations. So it's multiple absolute locations within one place. But my actual point on the map is the absolute location. So I hope that helps with location and place.